Greetings, I believe that you are well this morning. My name is Joseph. Today, being an Elmika Tuesday, we are talking on issues concerning career. And what is it and what are we talking about? What is the thing that a person should consider while choosing a career? We're talking actually on self-discipline, probably when it comes to choosing a career. And helping us into getting to know more on this is Mr. Cyrus Kipkemei, who is a career officer at Uzuri Institute. Thank you so much, Mr. Cyrus, for joining and coming into this show.
Thank you, and also thank you for inviting me so that we can tell more to our audience on much about this career, because careers or choosing a career has been a very difficult task for many youth. After Form 4, many people are struggling, not knowing which college to go to and which course to go and take in these colleges or universities they're going to join. Yeah.
Remember to join us on our social platform, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. We are live. You can also send us an SMS on 0791 300 105. Mr. Cyrus,
yes.
I want us to understand, or probably begin by asking ourselves, there is a difference between a job and a career. In a layman language, what do we differentiate, or what can we probably define a career and rather job?
Okay, for a career is something that has a progression point. That is something that you can do for a very long period of time, that you can progress from one point to another. Whereas when we talk of a job, this is something that you do to earn a living, that at the end of the day, you want to earn a salary or a wage at the end of salary at the end of the month, or a wage at the end of the day. That is a job. But for a career, it is something that you're doing for a very long period of time, and also it has some progression route. And of course, you must set goals. For a career, of course, there are some goals. You must, first of all, go to a learning institution or somewhere where you're going to gain the skills.
So to make our viewers understand this, there is a lot of differences between career choice, or probably what we talk about career and what we say about job.
Yeah.
So one of the differences is actually the goals. You set goals in career and don't probably set goals on job.
For a job, I have said that the main objective at the end of the day is to earn a living. You want money. Of course, also in a career, of course, you must earn a living, because you can't be in a career that you aren't earning any money. Also, when we talk of a job, at the end of the day, you might not need actually to go to school or for any training to be in a particular job. Let's say, for example, if your job is maybe washing cars somewhere in a car wash, you might not need to go to school. But for a career, let's say, for example, in the journalism profession, you are taking the journalism career, then you must go to a journalism school for you to get these skills.
How can someone trust you with the car, probably coming to a car wash, trust you with a car worth millions of money if you probably have not gone to school to learn on something concerning the cars?
If today we go to the car wash around the major towns, do you think that you're going to find someone with a master's who has done something in car washing? Is there even a course called car washing? There is none. Probably that person is doing a job, is washing the car. Yeah.
You as an expert will tell us probably on the issues now, with the issues concerning that car wash services and probably other things. Now, let us come to this. We have people who have probably chose a path, and they have stuck with that path. And it has misled them. It has probably made them not to achieve what they wanted in life. In the issue on self-discipline while it comes to choosing a career, what are the things that someone needs to consider while while this person is young and you're growing up and you want to do something? Probably, what are the things that you need to consider?
In choosing a career, there are many things to consider. But the main thing that you need to consider whenever you're choosing a career, for that a young person would like to choose a course maybe after Form 4, or maybe a parent would like to help a son or daughter choose a career, then the main thing that they need to consider is that individual knowing himself or herself. By knowing yourself, you'll be able to choose the right career path. One, because you must choose a career that you're passionate about. passion is what will drive you. If you choose a course that you are passionate about, then more likely you'll end up being stuck. We've seen many people taking a course, after the first year in campus, they drop it, they go to another course. Or someone taking a course for the entire 4 years, then not practicing anything concerning that particular course. So know yourself, take a career that you are passionate about. Secondly, know your personality. You see, for me, I can work in an office for the entire day, but there is that person who will not sit in an office for 2 hours. You would like to be outdoors.
Rather even for 1 hour.
Yeah. So you must look at a particular career path. How do people in that particular career work? Can you work outdoors the entire day? Like an engineer, do you like traveling? So that is another factor that you're going to consider. Then another issue is, of course, the marketplace. You wouldn't want to choose a career that at the end of the day, yes, you've pursued a particular course, then after 4 years, 10 years, 15 years, you're not employed anywhere. You're not practicing whatever you studied.
People make probably a wrong decision when it comes to choosing a career. Probably you choose a career today, and in 5 years, that career is scrubbed away rather.
I don't believe that career can be scrubbed away, because when we go to education, you're going to gain some skills, and these skills will be used in a particular workplace to solve a particular problem. You see, when you go to school, acquire some certain skills, then you're getting these skills to help an individual solve a particular problem. If you're employed as a teacher, then you're solving a problem in that institution. You're helping educate the people in that particular institution.
Yeah.
So I don't believe that it will be scrubbed away, the career. Rather, maybe the market is not demanding whatever you are offering. Yeah, that can be the only challenge. So you must also look at our forecast, what is coming up. If you see that ICT, for example, if you see that the future is ICT, then you must equip yourself with the skills on ICT, because you're going to solve a problem that is coming, rather than now equipping yourself with the skills that will be outdated after some time. Yeah.
Okay. Can someone choose a career path for you? Probably if today my daughter, I feel like, no, she needs to be a nurse. Probably she needs to choose a career on air hostess. Can someone choose a career path for an individual?
The answer is you can guide an individual in choosing a career, but you can't choose a career for someone. The main problem that we've been facing in our society today is the pressure that we get from our parents. The youth do get a lot of pressure from the parents. Maybe, for example, a parent says that education is the most marketable or a guaranteed career that one can venture into, because you will be employed by the Teacher Service Commission, or you'll be employed somewhere that there is a guarantee that at the end of the day, even though maybe you haven't been employed by the Teacher Service Commission, then you're going to teach even on BOM terms in a certain institution. But we fail sometimes. These parents fail sometimes because maybe this person is passionate about maybe acting, the film industry. Maybe this person would like to take engineering courses, but you're pressurizing him or her to take this course. And at the end of the day, that person may disappoint.
He brings papers home.
Yes, he will bring the papers and tell you that now I've graduated with education. Here are your papers. Let me pursue now what I'm passionate about.
So that is the mistake that parents do make.
Yes. So what I would advise parents is that don't force your children towards a particular career, but guide them. And nowadays in Kenya, we do have a number of professional career counselors who can equip you with more information on the different courses. They can look at the personality or help that person identify his or her personality, and also choose a career that is in line with his or her personality. And by so doing, then you will reach into a consensus with the parent and the child, so that they can, the child can take a course that actually will help him, and also he'll be passionate about, he'll be actually very happy to work in that particular field.
Not only parents who choose careers to their daughters or sons or their children, probably you might be admiring someone who is in a certain career opportunity or career venture, and you feel like, I want to be like her or like him. probably what are the things that probably you need to consider also while admiring someone's career path?
Okay, yes, very many people, for example, in the field of journalism, you can see a very good presenter doing the news presentation, and then you say, wow, I like this presenter, I like Joseph. As a presenter, I would like to be like Joseph. But when it comes now to maybe the language, you look at yourself, the language, the communication, you aren't able to be like Joseph. So what you need to do, as I said before, you must know your personality, know your strengths and your weaknesses. If you are good in mathematics, then maybe engineering and maybe quantity surveying can be good for you because you can do the calculations. But if you're not good in mathematics, yet you are admiring that engineer who is doing a lot of mathematics, then you want to force yourself towards that particular career because you like the person, then you'll be failing because actually, I do believe that we've seen a number of buildings collapsing in our country.
True.
I do believe that the mistake is being done by those people who are in that particular industry, not because they are passionate about that industry, not because they are really that good or qualified to be in that industry, but they've used a particular means to ensure that they are in that industry, maybe because they do believe that this industry is lucrative in terms of the salaries and the wages and in terms of what you are going to earn in that particular career.
Okay.
So you need to look at your strengths and your weaknesses and analyze, can I really follow this career path or should I not follow this career path?
What are some things that you probably need to navigate through while choosing the career? You need to have a little bit of things to consider while choosing a career path.
I think we've mentioned a number of them, but in addition to knowing your personality, in addition to looking at the marketplace, at the same time you need, so let me just mention this before maybe it gets out of my mind. There is this notion that whenever someone scores an A, this person is supposed to go and take medicine, is supposed to go and take engineering, is supposed to go and take law.
So that is a notion.
That is a notion. Because ideally, not everyone who scores an A is someone who is passionate about medicine or engineering or law. Maybe this person is a journalist in the making, he likes journalism. But because the society has made us believe that all those who score A's, they're going to pursue this particular career.
Those who scored B+, they
ones.
have their categories, the C+, the D's, and the E's.
Yeah. So let me advise that young man, that young lady, and also the parent, that it is not a must that you choose that course because you're qualified or because the society believes that that is the best course. I've seen people who have scored A's, but they, instead of going to universities, they are going for a very short course, a certificate course, because they know what they want to do and they are passionate about it. Maybe in software development, a certificate, and they are earning a living on it from that particular certificate. So don't choose a course because of the grade that you have. Rather, I said passion, the market, personality, know your personality, then your strengths, as well as your weaknesses. Of course, you're going to choose a course that will favor you, a course in which you're strong in. If you're strong in mathematics, then more likely you're going to go to accounting, you're going to go to maybe engineering, quantity surveying, architecture, those things that require a lot of calculations.
Let's talk about now, while choosing a career, probably one might think that what I'm doing right now is good, or probably what I have chosen is right. And then it reaches a point that you feel that the choice that I made last time is wrong. Then you try again, choose another path. How is that probably relevant into a person's path of choosing a career?
I think I would actually encourage that. That is career diversification. You're having a number of options so that if I am in the journalism industry, but I do have also skills in graphic design, then I can be working as a journalist. At the same time, maybe one day there is you are trying to, the industry that you are in or the organization that you're working for tries to cut the number of employees in that organization. And maybe you are unlucky, you are out of that organization. Is there another option for you to learn into.
People will
Maybe
say-
that particular industry is experiencing problems.
Probably people will say that it is actually you made a wrong choice.
No, it's not a
you
wrong-
wasted time, you
Not
wasted
really.
resources.
Career diversification is very, very important. Why? We are in the corona period. How many hotels have been shut down during this period?
Several. Yeah.
The transport industry was experiencing problems. And even the flights, there were no flights. So imagine if you are relying only in that particular industry, you don't have any other skill, and it runs for a period of 5 years. What will you do? But if you have another skill outside the main one, you've diversified, then you'll be lucky because you will move out of that, maybe the transport industry you go to, maybe content development. You develop content online. Maybe you can go back to graphic design. You can go back to the other career that you are in. So career diversification, I would encourage everyone, not only those people who are choosing their courses, but also those people who are already in their careers, to ensure that they have at least another skill or another option, so that in case there is a problem here, I have this other side. But we've seen also very many people who are doing other things as side hustles. And actually, that is what is making a number of people rich, because almost all of us, we do choose our courses looking after that salary. So on top of the salary of your main job,
What else are
you
you
can
making?
be earning a living from something else that you are doing. You are a fashion designer, but still you are still a photographer.
Let's talk on this wrong choice in coming to choosing probably a path in career. You have chosen a career, or someone have chosen a career, and then it reaches a point you feel like, no, dropping it. You have not even finished doing it. You choose another path. You are like diversification.
We can't call that a diversification. If you decided that I'm going to take this course, let's say, for example, you took a journalism course in school, in university.
Yeah.
Then after 1 year in campus,
You drop it.
you decide that, this course,
It's so
I
hard.
think I made a wrong decision in choosing it. So I would like to have something else. I would like to pursue something different. It means that there was a problem while you are choosing the course, but it's never too late. If you realize that, to be sincere, I'm not going to get somewhere, I'm not going to get whatever, I'm not going to achieve my goals. If I pursue this course, I'm not going to get my goals. Then you're free to choose it. It's never too late. So you can switch to whatever you feel passionate about, whatever you feel like you can do for the rest of your life. Because remember, career choices are things that you're going to do for your entire life. If you have trained as a journalist, imagine you'll be practicing journalism like for life. If you are in hospitality industry, you are a chef, then more likely you'll be in that industry for a particular period, for a long period of time. So changing it at the middle of the course, if you believe that that is what you really want, then it's still okay.
As a career officer, service officer rather, how can you tell that this person has made a right choice when it comes to career path and career choice?
First of all, when I can tell if one, let's say, let me talk about a student who is already in school and maybe still going on with this or her studies. If you can see that person doing maybe, let's talk about the practical aspects of the course and also the theoretical aspect of the courses. If you see that person doing exactly what the course calls for, doing a lot of practicals, being curious, wanting to know more about this particular course, practicing it even before he is done with this or her studies, then more likely that person chose the right course. But if you see that person maybe talking negative about the career and also
pushed,
being
pushed,
to do what he's supposed to do, then
there is a problem.
There is a problem. Because more likely, even when that person gets to the industry, you'll not be doing what he's supposed to do. Rather, you'll be waiting for someone to push him or her so that he can do whatever he's supposed to do. So actually, for the trainers, they should be watching their students and see their capabilities. Maybe you see this person, yes, is in the fashion industry, but how his behavior and how he does his work. This person should have been a particular individual. And whenever you see an individual, a student or a child portraying some particular skills, doing some things that you feel like this person is supposed to be in this career, then you can encourage that person, you can talk to that person. By the way, you look like a journalist. By the way, you look like a graphic designer. Maybe you look like a fashion designer.
So it is all about encouraging and putting...
now you encourage this person to maybe put some more effort. You see, what you do during your leisure time, by the way, what you do during your leisure time also adds up to your career, because if during your leisure time you like taking photos, you like recording videos and maybe editing these videos, if you are doing that actually in your entire time or during the in your workplace, you are doing that, you are doing what you like, you'll be very productive, rather than someone who, when he or she is in his workplace, is just doing something that he doesn't like, but when he gets outside, he does something, maybe music, he does or she does maybe photography, because he or she likes photography. If this person is employed as a photographer, it means that that person can deliver even more than someone who has been employed as a photographer just because he wants a living at the end, to earn a living at the end of the day.
How many career paths should an individual have?
We have no limit for the career path that an individual can
probably
take.
Don't you think that will limit? Probably will have many opportunities in the industry.
In the industry, of course, you'll not be passionate about everything. And already, let's say, for example, you have a degree in journalism and mass communication, you're passionate about it, but there is something else that you're interested in, maybe public speaking, and you do public speaking, maybe part-time. You'll not tell me that, again, you will still be interested, you want to go to maybe engineering, you want to go to this other. Of course, I want to encourage that where you are everywhere. Yes, there are those people who are multi-skilled. They have the skills to do almost everything. But of course, choosing maybe 2, 3, or even 4, that could be an advantage to you, because you will be able to get opportunities or take opportunities whenever they arise in all these parts. Remember again, for you to acquire some skills, one, it's not a must to go to school for you to go acquire some skills. Some skills are learned through other platforms, especially in this digital age. For example, digital marketing. If you are in the maybe fashion industry, or you are in the hospitality industry, and whenever you want to sell your products, then you have to call a photographer. You have to call someone, a graphic designer, to come and design for you. You can design to learn through YouTube and also the other digital platforms, acquire the skills and be doing them yourselves. As an individual, you'll be doing them yourself as an individual and be able to sell your product. At the end of the day, you've already gained the skills that are required for that particular career. So it's not a must that maybe you go to school. But something that I've learned from a number of professionals is that they do invest in themselves. Yes, I'm done with my course. Let's say, for example, in building and construction. I'm done with it. But maybe there is a particular skill that I feel is relevant to building and construction. And I didn't get to learn this skill in school. The best thing to do is actually to get time and also invest some little resources, enroll for that short course. A short course to ensure that you gain the skills. If there is a new technology that is coming up in your industry, then ensure that you are among the first people to acquire this skill, because that will provide you with a cutting edge when it comes to taking the opportunities that are available in the marketplace. And there is someone who said that in Kenya, yes, as the youth, we've been arguing that there are no job opportunities in Kenya. But if you look at the adverts that are there each and every day, there are very many opportunities. Only that, whatever skill we do have as the youth, we don't have the skills that are being looked for by these employers. So what you need to do, monitor what do employers really need and acquire those skills. Don't just go to school, get that certificate, and then say that I am equipped with a degree, I am looking for a job, there is no employment in Kenya, we need the government to create for us employment opportunities. No, get the necessary skills for you to take up the opportunities that are available.
Cyrus Kipkemei, a career service officer at Uzuri Institute, trying to make us understand rather on career tax. Remember, this is Elimika Tuesday, and we're talking about career opportunity, self-discipline when it comes to choosing a path in career. We are taking a short commercial break. Coming back, we will discuss, having a lot of discussion. My name is Joseph. This is DGTV.
Career success is brought up by a training that goes beyond the academics, training that prepares you for the marketplace and as a job creator. And here at Uzuri Institute, we train you to be a job-ready professional. Over the years, we've done research to identify what works in the job market and what doesn't. And with our team of qualified trainers, we continue to produce graduates who are highly qualified. We have partnered with international and national exam bodies, and that guarantees employability and career progression. Prepare for the future by applying for our current intake. We offer courses in cosmetology, hair and beauty, fashion and interior design, tourism and travel management, electrical and electronic engineering, ICT and ICDL, hospitality management, and journalism and mass communication. You can visit our offices in Thika and Machakos. Thika main campus is located at Haile Selassie Road, opposite Thika School for the Visually Impaired. Machakos campus at KIE Building, 2nd floor along AIC Bomani Road. For more information, call Thika main campus at 0723 560-867 or 0700-455-435. Machakos campus at 0715-603-362 or 0781-908-822. Uzuri Institute, shaping careers, directing purpose.
Nakuta canvas ya hii size kwa duka ni 2,000 canvas peke yake. Siri ni passion.
Passion.
Yes, lazima ukue passionate. Yeah. Ile passion yako usifanye tu juu ya pesa. Fanya kwanza juu unaipenda ile kitu. Nishachora Uhuru Kenyatta, nishachora hata baba nishamchora. Raila. Don't give up, focus. Now tomorrow you will not be where you are today. Yes. Hii ndio hustle yangu, hii ndio inalipia bills, hii ndio kazi yangu, nikiamka nikilala, hii ndio kazi nafanya. Kwa mengi zaidi, kutana nami Robert Maina Mwago ndani ya DGTV. Makala ni Hustle Mtaani on Monday. Ujue mengi kuhusu hii kazi. Asante sana.
Creating the world, he made sure that everything looked good. Before he would create something else, he always looked at it and said, it is good.
Jambo mtazamaji wetu wa DGTV, karibu katika kipindi cha Jamvi la Lugha. Kipindi hiki kinakujia kila siku ya Jumamosi na hasa tunaangazia wale wanafunzi ambao kwa sasa wako shule za upili pamoja na yule ambaye anapenda Kiswahili.
Kinakueleza, kinakuelimisha na kukumbusha zaidi kuhusu lugha ya Kiswahili.
Ila inamaanisha kuna maana tofauti za neno ila. Ila inamaanisha tashihisi, kuvipa viumbe kuvipa viumbe sifa na uwezo wa kufanya na kutenda. Katika jamvi la lugha DGTV, hapa ndo nyumbani ya lugha ya Kiswahili.
Thank you for still keeping in touch with us. You can talk to us on our social media platform, DGTV on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. And remember this, we are live on YouTube. Remember, we are talking about Elimika Tuesday, and in Elimika Tuesday, we're discussing about career tech. And we have Cyrus Kipkemei, who is a career service officer at Uzuri Institute. Before we went for break, we were talking about job opportunities in the market. But rather, let us understand, what is this office that you're working in? What does it entail?
Okay, the Office of the Career Services, that is a requirement actually by the Ministry of Education and TVETA. Remember that all the technical institutions are under TVETA, that is the Technical and Vocational Education Training Authority. TVETA. So it is a requirement by TVETA that each and every technical institution has the Office of Career Services. So the Office of the Career Services has a number of functions. One function of the Office of the Career Services is to ensure that there is a smooth transition from high schools to colleges or to the TVET institutions. That is, we do career guidance in high schools. So we normally go to high schools and try and inform the high school students of which career path they can follow, which courses they can take, and also inform them on how to choose the best careers, like what we are doing now. And we normally go to high schools for high school reach out. Apart from that, we normally admit students, and we admit students who may not be sure of what they want to do in their life. So someone is still undecided. Can I take hospitality? Can I take journalism? Can I take cosmetology, ICT, or any other course? So we help the student on making the decisions. We inform them of maybe the pros and the cons of doing a particular course, and what each and every course entails, and what are the opportunities that are there. If you take, for example, journalism and mass communication, it is not only that when you take journalism and mass communication, you must go and work in a TV station like this or a radio station. There are other opportunities for someone who has studied journalism and mass communication. So we help the students who come to our institution to understand more about the different courses that we are offering, and also to ensure that they make the right decision. That is when they are entering the institution. Now, in between the course, we also equip the students with career guidance. What are you supposed to do in order to acquire the skills that are required for a specific course? Like, for example, journalism. Does it mean that you need to score all the A's or A's in all the units for you to be a good journalist? No, it doesn't call for you to score A's in all the units, but rather the skills that you're going to acquire in that course will be more important. So there will be also guidance when you are still in your course during the course period. Then also when these students are going out, they're done with their courses, they also need career guidance. So we normally have something that we call in Uzuri market orientation and employability. That we do teach these students of the soft skills that are required in the marketplace. So that when you go to that particular marketplace, yes, you are an engineer, you can do very well technically, but you don't have the soft skills, you don't have customer service. So as the Office of Career Services, we do ensure that our students at Uzuri Institute are equipped with the employability skills, all the soft skills required in the marketplace, and at the same time, they have the necessary skills which will enable them grab those opportunities, limited opportunities
In the market.
that are available. Remember that not everything that is there in that syllabus will be there in the marketplace. Some people get shocked when they get to the marketplace and find totally different things that they are being offered in the marketplace. So in collaboration with the Office of the Industrial Liaison Officer, we normally do conduct market research. We go to potential employers of our students and get to know what are some of the things or what are some of the problems they face whenever they employ that market research to get to understand what areas do we need to improve on and ensure that we implement the same so that when our students get out, they are fully equipped to go and work in this organization, and the employer will not have to go and retrain again. They will not have to retrain our
About the education system. Issues with education. Probably you might find there is a court case in the judicial system that probably they are trying as much as possible to lock out the CBC
844 and log in the CBC,
yeah,
yes.
yeah. So probably there are issues that are pertaining or they are taking place in the education system. Remember, this is Elimika Tuesday, and we are talking about career talk right now. And to help us more in this, we have Mr. Cyrus Kipkemei, who is able to tell us all the things that are pertaining the career talk and the office of a career service officer. Remember to interact with us on our social media platform on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Mr. Cyrus, the education system, as we are saying, rather, there are pull and push between which system is good. The 844, people, others are saying, let us go with the CBC. Is the CBC good or the 844 system is good? The education system. How has the education system enabled us to transition directly in choosing the career?
When you talk about the CBC, this new curriculum, first of all, as a career service officer, I think that for that person who would like to pursue a specific career, then he or she is going to be able to identify the career path very quickly because it is more engaging. The CBC is more engaging. Thus, you will be able to know that I like doing this, I don't like doing this. And so the chances of one choosing a career that he or she doesn't want are very low. They're very limited, unlike the 844, where the success of an individual would be gauged depending on the grade that you score in Class 8, KCPE, and also KCSE. For that, it will be done. You choose what you're going to do in a particular specific subject, and also you can see that in CBC, the subjects are more specific to a specific career path. So you can see that we have ICT, mathematics, and engineering. We have the social sciences and sports. So someone will identify the career path very easily. But the main problem is how it has been implemented, because the push and pull comes from the implementation of it.
Okay.
Because to me, I feel like a bit there is some confusion. Like for now, like at the moment, we are not sure whether the junior secondary will be based in a primary school or a secondary school.
Okay.
So that push and pull comes from the implementation part. If there was a right plan on how to implement the CBC, then 100% I would select the CBC.
Okay.
At the moment, the education stakeholders say that they do not know even what the CBC is. If you ask parents in Baringo, in Turkana, in the remote parts of the country, they are not sure even of what they are supposed to do. And remember that this CBC is more engaging to the parent than before. The 844, you could just buy the book and pen, send the student to the people to school. But now it requires close monitoring by the parent, the CBC. When you go to the remote areas, the parents do not know their role. And some of them do not have the resources which are required to implement this CBC. So that engagement between the
Is this the
stakeholders.
right time for that? Is this the right time for for introduction of the CBC? Because there is confusion in parents and the guardians. People are like, no, we're not. We there are a lot of pull and push.
The reason why I've said that there is no engagement is because of that confusion.
Okay.
And therefore it means that it is not very ideal for us to implement it now. We should have done more engagement.
Okay.
We should have enhanced the parents, let the parents know what their role is, and also ensure that we do have the resources to implement this, this CBC, because at the moment we have the grade 4 students. Now we are at grade 5,
Yeah.
the first group. The first lot are in grade 5.
Okay.
Now, when they are done with grade 6, where will they go to? Junior secondary. Where will they be based? And when this group, again, are now supposed to be joining universities, do we have the curriculums in the universities to now
accommodate
to
them,
teach
yeah.
them in the universities to lecture these grade 6 students when they get to university?
Okay.
Now, again, in high schools, junior high school, are we going to employ more teachers? Is there a plan? And who are these teachers who are going to teach this specific subject?
Okay.
So I think that the education ministry should have done more in preparation for this. And actually, for universities, they still have at least some time to fine-tune their curriculum to fit into the CBC system. And I am happy that at least some of the universities have already started the plans. They're working with the KICD to prepare, and the Commission of University Education to prepare for the training of trainers or the training of teachers who are going to handle the CBC students when they get to university.
Time is not in our side, Mr. Cyrus. What advice can you a little bit talk to that person who is trying as much as possible to find the path that he wishes to have?
As I said, as my first point, is that one, follow your passion. And number 2, do not wait for someone's approval to start doing what you got
want,
to
okay,
do, what you want to do.
Okay.
If you're a photographer, the right time to start photography is now. Don't wait for that particular, maybe you're in high school, maybe you just completed high school, you're waiting to join college. The best moment to start is today. And do not wait for someone to approve you to start doing what you like doing. Because what you like doing, at one day, it is going to earn you a living. And most people are earning a living from what they love doing rather than what they were forced to do. And for to the parents, do not force your students or do not force your children to take a particular career path. Rather, you guide them. And the best thing to do, if you can't do that, is to guide them, take them to a career counselor who's going to help you identify the personality of your child and also guide that child in choosing the right career path, because that is what will help that child for his or her life. Remember, a career, actually, when you are in a particular career, you are able to help a society or bring your input to the society with your career. It's not a must that you're paid to do something that is within your career. For a job, you'll always want a living at the end of the day. But for a career, you can do it for free. Yeah.
Mr. Cyrus Kipkemei, career officer at Uzuri Institute. Mr. Cyrus, we will have again this conversation. We will talk much more on career talk and career choice. Thank you, rather, for finding time and speaking to us.
And also, thank you for inviting me.
Mr. Cyrus, we are talking about career. Remember to keep this conversation going on our social media platform on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and also YouTube. From now, to me, to you, bye-bye for now. Till next time. My name is